Oops. My settings are still saying they're all off, but I still don't see nobody on the camera.
Okay, Andrea, do a chat into WITN and see if they can help you because we are live and we're about to go live. Okay,
Thank you. Yes.
thank you. Good evening and welcome to the City of Wilmington's City Council business meeting of the 107th session. Today is August 20th, 2020, and we are returning from our summer break. So it's great to be back to serving the City of Wilmington again. This is the public comment portion of our meeting, and there is no individuals who have signed up to give comments during this time. So the City Council business agenda will begin promptly at 6:30. So stay tuned.
What is in front of my camera?
I, hi, everybody.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
All is well.
Okay. My
Aren't
audio,
we all happy to be back?
Remember to check your mail or visit IO.cc.gov to usually request your vote by mail ballot and return that ballot as soon as you can ahead of time. Result.
Could everyone mute their mics, please? Good evening and welcome to the City of Wilmington's Wilmington City Council 107th session. Today is August 20th, 2020, and the meeting will please come to order. Opening prayer by Ms. Andrea Queen.
In humility, gratitude, and great joy, we open our hearts, our eyes, our ears, our minds as we meet to serve our city with the intent on doing good work, to use our resources wisely and well, to represent all members of our community fairly, to make decisions that promote the common good. We recognize our responsibilities to the past and the future, and the rights and needs of both individuals and community. May our efforts be blessed with insight, guided by understanding and wisdom. As trusted servants, we seek guidance on our deliberations, and on our efforts, may we act wisely and well and strive to reach our higher potential.
At this time, we will recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
I
allegiance
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
With that, the clerk will call the roll as we welcome everyone back.
Councilwoman Gray,
Present.
Councilwoman Oliver,
Present, I'm sorry.
Councilwoman Harley,
Present.
Councilman Turner,
Here.
Councilwoman McCoy, Councilwoman McCoy, Councilman Johnson,
Here.
Councilman Friel,
Here.
Councilman Adams,
Here.
Councilwoman Dixon,
Present.
Councilman Guy,
Present.
Councilwoman Walsh,
Here,
President Shabazz.
Here.
11 present and 1 absent.
Councilwoman McCoy is present. I think you need to unmute her so she can indicate her presence.
Yes, thank you. I am here. I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi acted a little strange there for a second.
All right, so noted, 12 present.
You hear the minutes of our previous meeting.
July 9th, 2020, City Council met in virtual regular session on the above date at
The
6:30.
minutes be accepted as written.
second,
It's been properly moved and second. The minutes be accepted as written on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
aye,
Any opposed? Minutes accepted. City Treasurer's report.
August 20th, 2020. Total investment, $283,337,767.80. Grand total, $483,40 is the grand total.
I move the treasurer's report be received, recorded, and filed, and adopted by yea, nay vote.
second,
It's been properly moved and second. The report be received, recorded, and filed. On the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
aye,
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. I accept a motion to move to accept all non-legislative business.
So moved.
second,
It's been properly moved and second to accept all non-legislative business on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
aye,
Motion opposed? Motion carried. As you know, we are doing virtual. We're not doing any formal presentations. There are several resolutions of sympathy. Retirement acknowledgement has been noted on the legislative. We're now moving to the legislative business portion of the agenda, and I'd like to say as sponsor of item number 4851, I will be holding that. Councilwoman Gray, any legislation this evening? Councilmember Gray, any legislation this evening?
None this evening, Madam President.
Thank you. Councilwoman Oliver, legislation this evening?
Yes, Madam President. 1 second, sorry. Yes, Madam President, I have an ordinance to present and call for the first and second.
Ordinance 20-036, Agenda 4844, an ordinance to rezone the parcels of land located at 1914, 1920, 2004, and 2006 North Market Street. Number 2, 50 Race Street. Number 3, 1901, 1903, 1905, 1907, 1915, 1925, 1927, and 1929 Hutton Street from C1 Neighborhood Shopping zoning classifications to C2 Secondary Business Centers zoning classification.
Madam President, I move this be known as the first and the second reading of the ordinance and referred into the Community Development Urban Planning Committee.
That's the first,
Second.
that's the first reading.
I'm so sorry.
The first reading of the ordinance. The clerk must read it a second time.
I'm
In
sorry.
order to rezone the parcels of land located at 1914, 1920, 2004, and 2006 North Market Street. Number 2, 50 Race Street. Number 3, 1901, 1903, 1905, 1907, 1915, 1925, 1927, and 1929 Hutton Street from C1 Neighborhood Shopping zoning classifications
Okay,
to
Madam President,
secondary.
I move this be known for the first and the second reading of the ordinance and refer it.
Councilwoman Oliver, yeah, she has to finish reading the entire title.
Finished, Madam President. Thank you.
Councilwoman Oliver, will you move it? I think her system jammed. Councilwoman Oliver, you back on? I did hear her say that she moved it first and second. Do I have a? Councilwoman Oliver? Oh, she got disconnected. Jeez Louise.
Madam President, I'll move that be known as first and second reading of that ordinance and refer it to the Community Development Urban Planning Committee.
Second.
It's been properly moved to second, that be known as the first and second reading of the ordinance and refer to the Community Development Urban Planning Committee.
Madam President, I don't know, does that need to go to Planning Commission yet, or is that already been there?
Well, the resolution, her next resolution was to schedule a public hearing.
Okay.
Councilwoman Aller, well, your ordinance has been moved first and second. If you would like to move to the resolution, the next item.
Yes, I'm sorry. My computer had went down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Madam President, I have a resolution to present.
Resolution 20-050, Agenda 4845. Whereas contemporaneous with this resolution, ordinance will be introduced to the Wilmington City Council that will propose amendments to the city's official building zone map relating to changing the zoning classifications of the parcels of land located at 1914, 1920, 2004, and 2006 North Market Street, Wilmington, Delaware, being tax parcel number 26-029.10-017.
I move this resolution be received, recorded, and filed and adopted by a yea and nay vote.
Second.
It's been properly moved to second. The resolution be received, recorded, and filed, and adopted by a yea and nay vote on the question.
Yes, Madam President, this is a project that Brother Ron has been working on for a while. The community is well aware of it. They've had several meetings with the Neighborhood Planning and Civic Association. Everyone in the Northeast area is on board, and it's going to enhance that whole community with that, off of that Concord Pike corridor.
If there's no comments from members of the council, are there any comments from the public? Seeing none and no further comments from members of council, clerk, call the roll.
Member Gray,
Yes.
Councilwoman Oliver,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harley,
Yes.
Councilmember Turner,
Yes.
Councilmember McCoy,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Creel,
Yes.
Councilmember Adams,
Yes.
Councilmember Dixon,
Yes.
Councilman Guy,
Yes.
Councilmember Walsh,
yes,
President Shabazz.
Yes,
12 yeas.
declared adopted.
That will be all, Madam President. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilmember Harlan,
Ye-
legislation?
Yes, Council President, I have a resolution to present.
Resolution 20051, Agenda 4846, whereas Section A204 of the Wilmington City Charter provides that the Department of Public Works of the City of Wilmington may, with the specific authority of the council by resolution, accept on behalf of the City of Wilmington the
I
gift
move
of
the resolution be received, recorded, and filed and adopted by a yea and nay vote.
Second.
second,
It's been properly moved and second. The resolution be received, recorded, and filed, and adopted by you. May vote on the question.
Well, yes, Council President, this particular resolution is all about a pumping station that originally was being owned by RDC. And now that the area is now residential and commercial, the related lines basically serve as residential and commercial community. And it has been upgraded and improved and expanded, and the needs of the area have changed and continue to evolve. So it's not appropriate for the city to assume ownership and operation of this facility that provides the municipal service. So that is what this legislation is all about.
There's no comments from members of council. Are there any comments from the public? Seeing no comments from the public, and again, no comments from the council. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Gray,
Yes.
Councilmember Oliver,
Yes.
Councilmember Harley,
Yes.
Councilmember Turner,
Yes.
Councilmember McCoy,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Freel,
Yes.
Councilmember Adams,
Yes.
Councilmember Dixon,
Yes.
Councilmember Guy,
Yes.
Councilmember Walsh,
yes,
President Shabazz.
Yes.
12 yeas.
Declared
That's all
adopted.
I have tonight,
Thank you.
Council President.
Councilmember Turner, legislation this evening.
No legislation, Madam President.
Councilmember McCoy, legislation.
Yes, Madam President. I have an ordinance to present and
Ordinance number 20037, Agenda 4847, an ordinance to rezone the parcels of land located at 700 Maryland Avenue, 101 Lower Oak Street, and 120 Lower Beech Street from M2 General Industrial Zoning Classification to C2 Secondary Business Centers Zoning Classification.
First reading of the ordinance.
An ordinance to rezone the parcels of land located at 700 Maryland Avenue, 101 Lower Oak Street, and 120 Lower Beech Street from M2 General Industrial Zoning Classification to C2 Secondary Business Center Zoning Classification.
Second reading of the ordinance.
Madam President, I move that to be known as the first and second reading of the ordinance and refer to the Community Development and Urban Planning Committee.
Second.
second,
It's been properly moved and second that be known as the first and second reading of the ordinance and referred to
My
the.
apologies, I'm really having some issues with my Wi-Fi. I will repeat that.
I heard-
Madam President, I move that be known as the first and second reading of the ordinance and refer to the Community Development and Urban Planning Committee.
Second again.
It's been properly moved and seconded again that be known as the first and second reading of the ordinance referred to Community Development and Urban Planning Committee. Continue.
Thank you. All right, so I do have a resolution. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it off my phone since my computer's acting strange.
So you want the clerk to present your resolution?
Yeah, yes, I do apologize.
Resolution,
Yes, please present the resolution.
Thank you. Resolution 20052, Agenda 4848. Whereas contemporaneous with this resolution, ordinance will be introduced to Wilmington City Council that will propose amendments to the city's official building zone map relating to changing the zoning classification of the parcel of land located at 700 Maryland Avenue, 101 Lower Oak Street, 120 Beech Street, Wilmington, Delaware. Being tax parcels number 26-042.30-079, 26-042.30-309, and 26-042.30-308 respectively, from a zoning classification of M2 General Industrial to a zoning classification of C2 Secondary Business Centers.
Councilwoman, would you like to move your?
I think she's,
There's something wrong with her phone. I mean, her Wi-Fi or something.
can I go ahead and move that on behalf of Councilmember McCoy? Call for a yay, nay vote.
Second,
It's been properly moved and seconded that will be known as the first and second reading of that ordinance, and
That was a resolution.
I'm on the wrong, I'm confused, I'm sorry.
It's a resolution.
Properly moved and second, the resolution be received, recorded, filed, and adopted by again. A vote on the question?
But
Councilwoman McCoy, do you have a question on your moving of your resolution? Oh, we have big difficulty today technically.
she said it's her Wi-Fi.
Trying to log in on her phone now.
Going into her phone. So we will just give her a moment to get back up.
Can we do something else?
Well, we can't move her in the middle of moving a resolution, and so we're on the question. And she is the sponsor, so we need to wait for her to give her comments. Did she completely go off? WIT, is there anything you can do to assist?
She said she was going to her phone, but I don't know that.
I'm here. I'm back. I had to go through my phone.
Okay,
Thank you
so
very much.
it's been properly moved to second, the resolution be received, recorded, filed, and adopted by yea, nay vote on the question.
I'm still looking for that.
Councilman McCoy, you're
Yeah.
on
So-
the question, your resolution
So
hearing.
I don't have any information in front of me. On the question, so this basically, this is pertaining to the property that's located at 700 Maryland Avenue. Just want to make sure I got the right thing. All right, this is the ordinance. Okay, so this is the ordinance is, no, wrong one. The resolution scheduling a public hearing on the ordinance to rezone the parcel of land located at 700 Maryland Avenue, 101 Lower Oak Street, and 120 Beech Street from M2 to general industrial zoning classification to C2 secondary business centers zoning classification.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So, Councilman Turner, you have, Councilman Turner? Your hand is raised, sir.
Yes, Madam President. Yes, Madam President. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, thank you. My question is, has an environmental study been done on this before we're considering changing it from M2 to C2?
Is that question pointed to me?
I believe,
Was pointed towards the chair. Pointed towards the chair first.
I believe that would all be discussed in the public hearing.
Okay, now what is the change go from industrial to C2? What's able to be built on C2? I know it says secondary business district, but what happens with C2? What's the limitations and what can they build there?
Councilman Cheddar, we are on the resolution for the public hearing of this. So your comments regarding public hearing?
Yes, but that's in the resolution. All that information is in the resolution. I know we're trying to do it for a public hearing, but I'm asking questions prior to that, and it's pertaining to the resolution.
But the resolution is just to schedule the public hearing. There's no specifics of other than what the public hearing will be addressing. So you're questioning the fact that we are scheduling a public hearing?
No, I'm not questioning that. I'm questioning what's in what we're sending to the public hearing, which is we're going from asking the public hearing to hear from a general industrial to a C2. We're going from M2 to C2, the secondary business center. So these questions should have answers prior to us going to the public hearing. I mean, I think it should already been collected prior to going to public hearing. If we don't have that data, then that's fine. If we don't have that data, then that's fine.
I don't believe that data is there yet because the previous ordinance was just the first and second reading, and those specifics will be detailed in the Community Development Urban Planning Committee meeting that we're referring the ordinance to. So those questions, sir, will be answered in that upcoming meeting.
Can we be presented those documents well before the public hearing on September 17th? Put a record on noted that that's some of the.
I'm quite sure all the data as normally any data on a proposed ordinance, first and second ordinance, you would get all that information provided to you before we go to its referred committee. So I am quite sure you will have all of that, and those specifics and details will be outlined in the discussion of the ordinance in the committee meeting.
Okay, so I just want to be specific on the information that I wanted to be provided as the environmental study as well. So thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Council member McCoy if there's no other comments from members of council, Council member McCoy, you want to speak now, or do you want to wait till we hear from the public?
Oh, actually, I realized that I did not actually read the synopsis, and I wanted to make certain that actually was read to the record.
Okay, well, I will go to the public for comments, which I see none. I'll come back again for members of council, which I see none, and you as sponsor have your last comment. You have the floor.
Thank you. So this resolution is being presented by administration for council's review and approval. This resolution schedules a public hearing on September 17th, 2020 at 6:30 p.m. regarding the proposed rezoning of the parcels of land located at 700 Maryland Avenue, 101 Lower Oak Street, and 120 Beech Street, Wilmington, Delaware, from a zoning classification of M2, General Industrial, to a zoning classification of C2, Secondary Business Center. Due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus, this public hearing will be conducted virtually to maintain social distancing and to keep all constituents safe. The instructions to access the public hearing will be included on the agenda for the September 17, 2020 council meeting.
Clerk will call the roll.
Councilwoman Gray,
Yes.
Councilwoman Oliver,
Yes.
Councilman Harley,
Yes.
Councilman Turner,
Yes.
Councilwoman McCoy,
Yes.
Councilman Johnson,
Yes.
Councilman Friel,
Yes.
Councilman Adams,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dixon,
Yes.
Councilman Guy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Walsh,
yes,
President Shabazz,
Yes,
12 yeas.
declared adopted. Clerk, we're on item number 4849, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Councilwoman McCoy, you want to continue?
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. Yes, Madam President. Oh, I have a resolution. I have a resolution to present at the,
Councilwoman McCoy, your 4849 is an ordinance to remove.
okay, thank you. Yes, Madam President, I have an ordinance to present and call for the first and second reading.
Ordinance 20037, Agenda 4849, an ordinance to approve the removal of a portion of Anchorage Street located between Lower Oak and Lower Beech Streets from the official city map.
The first reading of the ordinance.
An ordinance to approve the removal of a portion of the Anchorage Street located between Lower Oak and Lower Beech Streets from the official city map.
Second reading of the ordinance.
Madam President, I move that be known as the first and second reading of the ordinance and referred to the Community Development and Urban Planning Committee.
Second.
second,
You can probably move the second, that be known as the first and second reading of the ordinance referred to Community Development and Urban Planning Committee. That's all tonight, Councilwoman.
Yes, that's finished.
Thank you. Councilmember Johnson, legislation tonight, sir.
I have no legislation tonight, Madam President.
Councilmember Friel, legislation, sir.
Legislation, thank you.
Councilmember Adams, legislation.
No, ma'am, no legislation this evening.
Thank you, sir. Councilmember Dixon, legislation this evening.
Nothing tonight, Madam President.
Thank you, ma'am. Councilmember Guy, legislation, sir.
Madam President, I have an ordinance to present and call for the first and second reading.
Ordinance 20038, Agenda 4850, an ordinance to amend Chapter 2 of the City Code regarding the term of the city's active depository, M&T Bank.
First reading of the ordinance.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 2 of the City Code regarding the term of the city's active depository, M&T Bank.
Second reading of the ordinance.
Madam President, I move that that be known as the first and second reading of the ordinance and refer it to the Finance and Economic Development Committee.
second,
It's been properly moved in second, that be known as the first and second reading of the ordinance and referred to the Finance and Economic Development Committee.
That's all I have, Madam President.
Thank you, sir. Councilmember Walsh.
no legislation tonight, thank you.
Your audience 4852.
Oh, I
Point
thought
of
they
order,
pulled
Madam
that.
President.
I'm sorry, Madam President, I thought that had been pulled.
No, 4851, but not 4852. You have an ordinance for first and second.
Point of order.
Okay,
Councilman, your point, sir?
Yes. 4851 has to do with a resolution certifying a vacancy in the second councilmatic district. And I'm told that the councilman has been prohibited from being part of this meeting. So we can't just not address that issue. You can't just hold it because you want to keep him from being exonerated.
No, sir, the resolution was being held and that resolution was to be referenced to the vacated seat. To certify the seat was vacated. Had nothing to do with the action of the council member that caused the seat to be forfeited. And the seat, that resolution is being held. Councilmember Walsh, your ordinance 4852, ma'am.
He's still on council
Councilman
and
Guy.
you prohibited him from participating. So that's not proper. I said point of order. Go ahead
Madam
with what you
President,
want to do.
I have an ordinance to present.
But everything that we're doing today is now going to be invalidated. That's all I have, Madam President.
Councilwoman Walsh, your
I
legislation.
have an ordinance to present.
Ordinance 20038, Agenda 4852, an ordinance to amend Chapter 48 to require applicants to obtain a certificate of appearance from civic associations and neighborhood planning councils prior to submitting an application to the Zoning Board of Adjustment Design Review Committee or Preservation Commission.
First reading of the ordinance.
An ordinance to amend chapter 48 to require applicants to obtain a certificate of appearance from civic associations and neighborhood planning councils prior to submitting an application to the zoning board of adjustment, design review committee, or preservation commission.
Second reading of the ordinance.
Madam President, I move that be known as the first and second reading of the ordinance and refer it to, I'm going to put it in the finance committee, please.
Oh,
Second.
It's been properly moved and second, that be known as the first and second reading of the ordinance and refer to the,
Madam President.
yes,
This
City Clerk.
is amending chapter 48. It also needs to go to the planning commission.
thank you.
So it's referred to the planning commission. Okay.
Yes,
Properly moved and second, that be known as the first and second reading and other ordinance and referred to the planning commission.
yes.
Thank you.
Dry.
That concludes our legislative agenda. We now move to petitions and communications. Councilmember Gray.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to stress to everyone to vote, to get out and vote. And I know a lot of people have chosen to vote by mail, and now with all the controversy about the mailing in,
Political references cannot be done on the floor.
I'm
Point
discussing
of order, Madam
voting.
President.
I'm
Point of
sorry.
order.
You are concerned with
Point
getting,
of order, Madam
Oh, God.
if you are concerned with getting your mail-in
of order.
ballot in on time, then you can take it down to the state office building. They have a box inside the lobby, and they also have a box up at the election floor. And
The Legislative Agenda Council of Agenda, we do not talk political voting issues on the floor.
I'm encouraging people to vote. I'm not discussing voting issues.
That is still, I'm just telling you what my.
Point of order,
I've
Madam
heard
President.
you encourage people to vote, so I'm done.
Point of order, Madam President.
We're in petitions and communications, sir.
My hand is up.
Next.
You can
Madam
still have a
President.
point of order
Madam
because you're
President,
showing debates on channel 22. So you're showing
That was my
debates
point of
for your
order.
friends, Madam President,
Councilwoman
on
Olive.
channel 22
thank you, Madam
for your
President.
friends.
I move this meeting be adjourned, Madam President.
No, because you have to have a super majority to adjourn the meeting. We have rules. You're trying to change your agenda. You and the
I second the
president
motion to
and the
adjourn.
I
cronies
second.
always want to close people up from talking.
Roll call.
Maybe
Roll
we
call,
need to
roll
go
call.
down to the Riverfront and have a press conference.
Councilman Guy, you're very much out of order, sir.
Oh,
Please.
you're out of order.
Madam President, I move the meeting be adjourned. It's been 2 seconds.
You need a super majority. Why don't you just leave
Aye.
if you don't want to participate?
Motion to adjourn takes precedence.
This is on the agenda, so you need a super majority. I know Cyril wants us to go down the Riverfront.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Look forward to seeing you at our next meeting of council. That will be next Thursday.
Thank you.
Care everyone.